Hi everybody, look where we are. Of all the places I could have come to from, it had to be here, Mars, of all the places. Oh, here we go, there's a UFO up the top there, look, see him? He's just shot down this fella down here. And this is a UFO Interceptor from SHADO, and this is what we're going to restore. So before it burns up, we're going to make our way back to my workshop and get this thing stripped apart and looked at. So till then, see you later. I know, it's a bit of a stupid introduction to a video, but I just thought it'd be a bit of fun. Anyway, let's get back down to earth. Here's the model, the old Interceptor, and this like I said, let's get on with it. Right, with this one, I've already got the old stickers off because I'm going to scan them and touch them up in my computer to print another set. So anyway, with this one, we've got the leg missing off of here. These two are okay. I mean, there's a bit of wear there, but to get these off, we're going to have to take these off because I want to respray this body. But we don't have to do any drilling to take this apart. Actually, we'll need a bit of drilling here on each of these posts, because as you see, there's like on the end of them, there's a little lip on the end of the actual. Don't know if you can see it there. I'm going to have to round that off and drill down them posts. This piece, I'm going to have to drill down there so we can put a rivet in each one. This one, I'm going to have to flatten them off, obviously, to drill. But this one is going to have to be a bit more careful with to get him off. But I will get it off. As you can see, we've got the firing mechanism all working on this one. You can buy repro parts for these, but you can't beat the original one. They're a lot stronger. But I mean, all we need for this really is the new glass, a leg to go on there, and a missile. Really, that's it. And a respray. So let's get this thing unscrewed. As you see, there's four screws there, look. And that's all you're gonna do, just unscrew it like that. Simple. Right, so I've took the screws out, and all you do here is you just gradually lifts off. All this pulls out here. Just gradually lift that piece off like that. It comes off in one piece. As you can see, there's not a lot in there. Just lift that up slightly, take your exhaust off. That just pulls away. It just goes in behind the little lip there. That'll need a respray. I've got gold for that. So we can put all these pieces here. Actually, you can out there. Now this piece here just lifts off like that. If you gotta take it out carefully because you don't want to break this. You've got to work these out of here, these little trumpets things. The exhaust thing's got to come out of this gap. There's the screen. The screen comes out as soon as you take this piece out. But you've got to manoeuvre this there like that, and it just comes out in one piece. And there's your little man sat in there, so we don't need one of them. He's all original. The chrome ain't too bad finish on this. I might just touch up these edges on this one actually, because there's a good little bit of finish on that chrome. So that don't need a lot doing to it. And then all you're left with is your top shell like that, and that's just got to be stripped. I know the paint don't look too bad, but well, I want it to look perfect, so I'm gonna strip it and restore it. Right. This piece you can't take out until you undo this, and that's quite simple. It's just one screw there, look. And this time it's an ordinary flat screw for this one. You got to be very careful taking this out because it might spring. There's supposed to be a screw in there really. There's one missing somewhere, so I might have to find one for there, because that should be screwed down with a very similar screw to this. All the other ones I've done has had two screws in, so I don't know where that's gone. I mean, it hadn't fell out of the model, so it's obviously not missing from the model. There, see? That's what you gotta watch. Because when you put this back, see, that just lifts off. It's quite simple, that, see. Got like a little thing on there. And the spring goes over that piece. But when you put this back on, you've got to sort of bend this on. You've got to bend it onto there. Like that. And push it in like that, and then screw that piece on to hold that in. Otherwise you're going to lose it. So take it out for now. And there's a spring on the bottom of it, as you can see. Don't lose that. Then this piece just comes out like that, as you can see. Then you can take that piece out. Just comes out quite simply. See, these pieces here can be all sprayed up again. And then your front thing just comes off. Well, just turn it like that, and it just falls out. Your front ski. But like I said, the bottom one, we're going to have to remove that with the flatten that down. Drill that one out. And this one here I can just round off and drill out a new piece for that. But that's about it there for now. But all we can do with that for the minute. And there's our parts. There's not much inside one of these really. Put that there and leave it all together. And of course I've got to find another screw. But I'll find one. Right, so get on and strip this in a minute. I'll get this piece off. File it down. I'll show you that. I won't show the whole process because it's pretty straightforward. You just got to flatten that, like we did on the fab one. Flatten that top of that rivet. Like that, just flatten it off, get a little starting point for your drill. Drill down there, take the top of the head off, and then that should just come off then. Right, so here we go. Boiling hot water. Just pour it over. Get it right over everything. I know the water's still hot. We use this. Just watch it. You've got to watch it with this. It's very dangerous. Flares up. That's the fastest way I know. Give it a bit of a help there. You see the paint coming off already now. Paint just falls off. Can't beat it. So we're good soaking that for a minute. And next time you see this, it'll be all nicely shining. Like a brand new Dinky 351 ready to be painted. Right, so this has now actually all been cleaned up, as you can see, and it's now ready. I've put it on my stand for spraying. And the paint I've got, it's not an exact match, I know, but it's the best I can get. It's if I move that a bit, look. It's a Ford Green Jade Metallic, and I've used this before on one of these, and it's slightly darker than the original, but there are a few dark versions around, I have noticed, so that's the best I can find. That's the nearest match to it anyway. Ford Green Jade Metallic, if anybody wants to know. So anyway, let's get on with spraying this baby up. So it's a little bit windy today, so I'm going to have to do this in my shed doorway. So let's have a go at this. Right, let's get it ready. Here we go. See, it's not a bad little colour actually. And the secret of this stuff, you've got to... Oh, there's the wind again. Sorry about this, folks, but I can't help the weather. I haven't got any indoor spraying facilities like some people have. Now I'm going to leave that for the first coat. It's going to like touch inside. It's not too bad a colour, as you can see. I mean, once it's put all back together, it ain't going to be that bad. It's going to be better than it was, put it that way. So that'll do for that. Just get the bottom piece. Give this a quick whip over. I've got my glove on today. I'm not getting caught like that again. Spraying paint all over my hands. So that's all you need. 3 squirts. Like that. There. It's not too bad. Right, I'll let that dry. And then I'll carry on. I'll put a few more coats on it, off camera of course. You don't want to see me do it again. And then get it all lacquered. And then the next part, well, be reassembly of course. But for me, that'll be like in a few days time. But for you, it'll be a few seconds time. So, till then. Right, I know I've said that for you, just now I said for you it would be a few seconds, which it is, and for me it would be a few days, but actually this is now about 3 weeks later, funny enough, and I finally got the bits through what I need to finish this off. There's my rocket goes on the front. I know that's just an accessory really, but I mean I need this leg and the glass of course. So the thing is though, with this glass it's not perfect. Okay, dough that is. I'm gonna have to treat that before I put it in with the you know, my special solution, which you know about. But as you notice with these legs, when they come, they've done a very good job of actually getting the colour right on these legs. But there's no hoe. So I'm going to have to get that hole sorted, and it's going to have to be exactly the same as the other one, same place. So I mean that's a bit of a pain really, because you don't expect, I mean I have had these before and they've had the holes pre-drilled, but this one for some reason hasn't. But I mean it shouldn't be too much bother. I mean there you go, the only lines up on there, like you just go round these ends off a bit. It's simple enough to do. So I shall get on with that in a minute now. I mean, you may say this is the wrong way to do it, but this is the way I do things. I do it by eye. So if I hold them together like that, as long as it's close, I reckon that'll do it. I'll drill a hole in there. I think that should be the, and I've got a countersink, this end's slightly countersunk, so that'll have to be done. But I think that'll do it. So I'll get on and do that in a minute, off camera. You don't want to see me drill those. You know what a drill looks like. So I'll get on with that, and then we'll get to put this thing together. Right, I don't know if you can see that. I've drilled the hole, done it by eye like I said. And I've countersunk this very slightly to match the other one. As you can see, they've both got holes in them now. Well, the other one already had one obviously, but what I meant to say, when you do drill one of these out, if you look at the angle of these wings, the way they're lower like that, they sort of go down, don't they? So what you've got to do is make sure you drill the hole at a slight angle to compensate, you know, for the angle on the wing, so that the actual leg sits sort of level. If you can see there, it's sitting level, isn't it? So you've got to slightly drill sort of that way, slightly on the plastic, just so you can get your angle for your I mean, you can go by the other leg anyway, go by your original one, but I mean, if you haven't got any, then obviously you've got to work it out yourself, but just do it at a slight angle. So when you drill like through the plastic, you've got to drill it sort of like that, slightly offset, if you know what I mean, so that it sits, you know, straight. So anyway, what I've got to do now is put the rivets back in. Well, I've just made up one. I'll just show you how to do it. And what I've done it like the original rivet, that. It's like a dome shaped rivet, the original. And the way I've done it, I'll put that aside. I've just got me my little multi-tool, started her up. You have to excuse the noise now, and all I've used is a couple of foils, so I'll just show you a minute. And what I've done, I don't know if you can see it very good, but I can't show it on camera very easily without buggering it up myself. I've done it at a slight angle like that, so that I can file away the edges of the rivet to make the dome shape, if you know what I mean. But I'll just finish this other rivet off camera. You don't want to see me do that. I mean, I've explained how it's done, but you've got to do it in one of them because you want the dome shape, so it's got to go at an angle. Just do it bit by bit. Right, as you can see, I've done that little rivet now. It looks pretty good. Put the other leg on, the original leg this is now. So we'll try with this. I mean, that should do it. Look at that, that's about the same as the other one I've done. What I usually do, like I say, is put a bit of glue on there, just for, you know, just to make sure to glue these on, because the rivet really is the finishing touch. It's just to cover up what you're doing. I mean, the glue will load it anyway. Let's see how far this goes in now. There, that's perfect. So you know, when that's glued, it'll look perfect. So there's our rivets. So now, you can always put these on at the end if you want. If I leave that rivet with that leg, we get along and put the rest of this together. I found another screw, as you can see. It's a bit of a newer one. It's not the straight thread one, or the straight cross one. Normal screwdriver. It's a Phillips, but as long as it does the job, that's all that matters. Right, simple enough now. All we've got to do, front leg, put it in like that, twist, done. Then you put your front piece on. Now, this here, make sure there's a little pin there. That you've got to make sure them pins is turned so they sit in there like that. You've got a pin on either side that sits on that little piece. But we've got to do that bit first. I want to take these screws out now. That ordinary screwdriver fits that Phillips. That's the one that was missing, if you remember. And that one come out. Right then, sorry about my hands in the way, but it's so awkward to film sometimes. If I zoom out a bit. There, is that better? Yeah, that's better. Right. Now, the next piece, we'll put the pin back in. Now this piece here, this is the awkward bit, because I'm putting it in the wrong way for a start. Goes in like that. You've got your lever under there. I was trying to put it in this way up because I'm an idiot. and then you put your piece there like that. You've got to put our spring in first. You've got your lever here. Now this, you got to get that on there. If I move this out of the way a bit again, you've got to get your spring pushed up against this, and then you've got to twist that around and put it on that pin. Push that forward when you do it. See, it's so bloody awkward sometimes to get this, because you got the spring underneath, you see. Right, there he is. Right, he's on there now. So while he's on there, I'm going to hold that piece, and I'm going to put this on left-handed. I'm not very good at left-handed. If I hold it with the left hand, put the spring on that little thing what I showed you on the pin, and then put it in there. That hooks onto there like that, see, and then you got these other two bits here, and it'll snap on like that, and you hold that there. Because what happens is when you want to fire something, you put it, oh, that's done it. I should have screwed it on first before I'd done that, folks. That was my fault there. Right, this time I'm putting the screw in there. I'm not messing around this time. And then I'll show you how it operates. Get me screwed started. You ain't coming out again, you bugger. You're in there now, that's it. You're not coming out again. And there you go. It's all in. No worries. We've done it. There. So like I was trying to show you, I mean, obviously it'd be better when the other piece is on, but you pull that back and you watch this. When I pulls it back, see, that's low firing mode, and then you've got another one. And that's for super duper mode, I suppose. And if I get my rocket, I'll show you that. To watch I don't lose the bloody thing. You put your rocket in there, and then there you go. That's how it works. Right, anyway, we've sussed that out. So now, next part is we gotta, well, I might as well put the legs on actually, because that ain't gonna matter. That ain't gonna go anywhere. We can actually put the legs on, folks. So we'll get on with that. Get a bit of glue, as normal, like we always do. And then I want a little bit of wire. We put a little bit of glue in there. And a little bit of glue in there, like that. Another drop on that. Doesn't matter if it goes around the outside of this. You could have a bit around there as well. Because, like I said, it's going to help hold all of it. So we put a bit around the actual post itself, as well as inside the post. it's gonna help it stick a lot better, because we've got that extra insurance of not having to rely on the rivets alone, but we can stick them on like that, see? Now that's already stuck. And we stick the other one on. You notice I've rounded off that piece. That's just a bit of filing and cutting and that, just to round that other piece off. And then we put our rivets in the end. Actually, that could do that one. I'm cutting a bit shorter because he's not going straight in, that one. I didn't cut enough off of that one. I wanted to sit flush really. Like that. You see that one there, it's sat nice and flush, but the other one, he wasn't sitting so flush as that. I didn't like the idea of that, so. I mean, it could be because I haven't folded that down a bit. Yeah, it could be that. I should try it. Fold a slight little bit more off. I mean, it ain't going to go anywhere anyway, so it's not going to hurt. Better safe than sorry, as they say. Push out down with my foil. Yeah, it's because I haven't folded enough off the actual rivet post, that's all. But I mean, that ain't going to go anywhere anyway. It still looks okay. But there we got the bottom done. So now you can stand up again and land. The next part is the put the glass in. So this look at that. There's the glass. It's all been treated with the special solution, the old Pledge floor shine. Got to excuse the noise outside. There's somebody cutting the grass. Right, so what you do is drop your glass in like that, and it doesn't stay there until you actually put, oh, hang on, let me see, that's it, you drop it in actually from the top, not the bottom. I was a bit wrong there, I dropped it inside. It doesn't go inside, you actually put it in like this, so it sits there like that, and then you just put your finger there, or there, anywhere really, just to hold it there, like that, so you can put your put this piece in, and then all you do, get your little trumpets in the back, or the exhaust things, I call them trumpets, and the actual cockpit will hold the glass in. You've got to have the glass behind this piece when you drop this in, so that drops downwards like that, and it'll go down like that, you see, and then that holds everything together. Next piece, just get our exhaust, put it like that, so the pins are either side, and then quite simply we just drop that onto there, so it pulls together, and then it's just a case putting our screws back in. Screw them up, a screwdriver, screw them back up together again. Don't have to go mad with the screws and go really stupidly tight. just tight enough to hold it back together again. Oh, this one don't want to go, must be in the wrong hole for that one, because you don't want to go in there. If you can, try and put the same screws back in the same holes you took them out from to start with, because they get used to living in a certain place, funnily enough. But I think I've got, yeah, I must have had these two the wrong way round. Put the screwdriver back there, and there you go. Put your old bomb in the front, and that's it, really finished. The only next bit is the decals. So I'll get them out in a minute. I've got a load of these actually, what I printed off. Put them to one side a minute. I mean, all this stuff in here, this is all what I printed off on my printer myself. Got Saint stickers there, that, and driving school, uncle, loads of shadows what I printed off. There's a piece that goes on the top, so I'm just going to cut that to whatever. And simply enough, you just cut these out, obviously. Get your scissors. I'll cut down there first. This is just ordinary sticker paper. What I've used here. Ordinary sticker paper, but what I usually do is I cut these pieces out first. This was actually scanned from the original decals I took off of the actual model, and what I've done, I touched them up in the computer and brightened them up a bit, so they're a lot, you know, more defined. But what I do, I know this is sticker paper, but it's not very strong, so what I do is I cut the actual decal out, and then I put the strong, really strong double-sided tape. I use this, I'm going to show you this before in another video, but I use the 3M's double-sided tape, and I stick them on with that because it's a lot stronger and it holds it better. So anyway, let me get these cut out and get the old double-sided tape put on them, and we'll get them put on the model. Right, so I've cut my stickers out. Like I said, this is ordinary sticker paper you can buy. You can buy A4 sheets of it. And what I did, I printed it like I said, and what I didn't tell you is I give it a coat of varnish or lacquer, and let it dry because that protects the ink. But anyway, I put my 3M double-sided tape on the back of it because, like I said, it's a lot stronger. So it's a case of doing then is peeling our sticker off. Like that. Lining her up. I think it's about there. I mean, if you ain't sure where exactly to put it, just look on the internet or something, and you can look at the ones on there, but I think that's near enough where it goes. You don't have to be dead right, you know. I mean, as long as they're level both sides, that's all you've got to worry about, really. And it goes on the side of the actual model. It don't have to be measured to preciseness. Get your other one. This is the fiddly bit really of the job when you've got to put the stickers on. So if you look down on the model like this, you can see then roughly how far you got to go with it. And there you go. There's the other side done. And then you get your stripe. And there's a stripe that just goes along there. Get this. There. I think that'll do it. You can always push it slightly down with your fingers. Move it before it sets too quick. It's a pretty powerful sticker or double-sided tape. This is pretty powerful stuff, but you can maneuver it slightly before it actually takes hold properly. But there you go. There's the finished article. There's each bomb, and that is how I would go about restoring the SHADO 351 Interceptor. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you again in the next one. Until then, it's bye bye from me.